Good morning. Let's convince ourselves that Monday, it's a good morning. I know for people who are retired, it is always a good morning. For the rest of us struggling to make it into work, it is a good morning. It is a choice. Hi, my name is PK. This is Bookeemonsters, and it is Monday, August 28th. We're almost done with the month, which is just crazy. And we are here to look at new releases. Today we'll be looking at the mysteries. Let's check in real quick. Hi, Mary. Good morning, and everyone. Happy Monday. Yes, it is Monday again. Had a lovely mini family reunion in Richmond over the weekend, and back to reality once again. Oh, I bet that was so wonderful. Morning, Alicia. Hope you're feeling the cold. I thought yesterday morning was mostly gone, and then in the afternoon, I got that head feeling again. So it's lingering a little bit. It hasn't taken full power yet, but it's lingering. They're saying hi. Yes. Yes, memories. All righty. Good. Morning, Jen. Yes. Let us all put out good vibes that it's going to be a good day. Let us jump into the new releases. I'll turn this off. And we'll get rid of the banner. And then let's go to this page that I am looking at is bookriot.com. And this is not comprehensive. I believe it just does the main publishers, but it does let us look at, it's a starting place, and it lets us filter out the different genres. All right, first up, Good Bad Girl by Alice Feeney. This one's going to be very popular because she is a very popular author amongst the younger booktubers I have seen. 20 years ago, a baby was stolen from a stroller. Now, when someone at a care home is killed, 4 women are snared in a complicated web. Edith may have been tricked into a nursing home, but at 80 years young, she's planning her escape. Patience works there, cleaning messes and bonding with Edith, a kindred spirit. But Patience is lying to Edith about almost everything. Edith's own daughter, Cleo, won't speak to her, and someone new is about to knock on Cleo's door, and their intentions aren't good. With every reason to distrust each other, the women must solve a mystery with 3 suspects, 2 murders, and 1 victim. If they do, they might just find out what happened to the baby who disappeared, the mother who lost her, and the connections that bind them. Domestic-ish thriller drama. Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. When a father goes missing, his family's desperate search leads them to question everything they know about him and one another. We didn't call the police right away. Those are the electric first words of this extraordinary novel about a biracial Korean family in Virginia whose lives are upended when their beloved father and husband goes missing. Mia, the irreverent, hyperanalytical 20-year-old daughter, has an explanation for everything, which is why she isn't initially concerned when her father and younger brother Eugene don't return from a walk in a nearby park. They must have lost their phone or stopped for an errand somewhere. But by the time Mia's brother runs through the front door, bloody and alone, it becomes clear that the father in this tight-knit family is missing, and the only witness is Eugene, who has the rare genetic condition Angelman syndrome and cannot speak. What follows is both a ticking clock investigation into the whereabouts of a father and an emotionally rich portrait of a family whose most personal secrets just may be at the heart of his disappearance. Full of shocking twists and fascinating questions of love language and human connection, Happiness Falls is a mystery of family drama and a novel of profound philosophical inquiry, etc. Now, this one is a part of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo Returns. So, of course, the original author died before his books were even published, and then his books became massively popular because they were that good. I don't think I've read any of the non-original author books, but this is part of that. in this is called The Girl in the Eagle's Talons by Karen Smirnoff in translation. So this was originally written in Swedish. Change is coming to Sweden's far north. Its untapped natural resources are sparking a gold rush, with the criminal underworld leading the charge. But it's not the prospect of riches that brings Lisbeth Salander to the small town of Gaskas. She has been named guardian to her niece Svala, whose mother has disappeared. Two things soon become clear. Svala is a remarkably gifted teenager, and she's being watched. Michael Blomkvist is also heading north. He has seen better days. Millennium magazine is in its final print issue, and relations with his daughter are strained. Worse still, there are troubling rumors surrounding the man she's about to marry. When the truth behind the whispers explodes into violence, Salander emerges as Blomkvist's last hope. Maybe someday I will pick up that. The Hike by Lucy Clark. No help, no cell coverage, no one to hear them scream. Burned out by both her marriage and work, Liz is desperate for an escape. More than that, she craves an adventure, a total reset. So when she plans a vacation with her three best friends, she persuades them to spend 4 nights camping in the stunning mountains of Norway. Following a trail that climbs through lush valleys, towering peaks, and past jewel blue lakes, Liz is sure that the lake is just what they need. But as they stride farther from civilization, it becomes clear that the women are not the only ones looking to lose themselves in the mountains. The wilderness hides secrets darker than they could have imagined, and if they're not careful, not all of them will return. See, Girls' Weekend, no, that's a spa. You don't go hiking. But that's me. The Reunion by Kit Frick. Young adult mystery thriller. 11 Mayweathers went on vacation. 10 came home. It's been years since the fragmented Mayweather clan was all in one place, but the engagement of Addison and Mason's mom to the dad of their future stepbrother, Theo, brings the whole family to sunny Cancun, Mexico for winter break. Add cousin Natalia to the mix, and it doesn't take long for tempers to fray and tensions to rise. A week of forced family fun reveals that everyone has something to hide, and as secrets bubble to the surface, no one is safe from the fallout. By the end of the week, one member of the reunion party will be dead, and everyone's a suspect. The peacekeeper, Addison needs a better hiding place. The outsider, Theo just wants to mend fences. The romantic, Natalia doesn't want to talk about the past. The hothead, Mason needs to keep his temper under control. It started as a week in paradise meant to bring them together, but the Mayweathers are about to learn the hard way that family bonding can be deadly. The Sunset Years of Agnes Sharp by Leonie Swan. A quirky group of seniors attempts to solve one murder while covering up another with the help of an enterprising tortoise. It has been, whoops, sorry about that. It has been an eventful morning for Agnes Sharp and the other inhabitants of Sunset Hall, a house share for the old and unruly in the sleepy English countryside. Although they have had some issues, misplaced reading glasses, conflicting culinary tastes, decreasing mobility, and gluttonous grandsons, nothing prepares them for an unexpected visit from a police officer with some shocking news. A body has been discovered next door. Everyone puts on a long face for show, but they are secretly relieved the body in question is not the one they're currently hiding in the shed. Sorry, Lilith. It seems the answer to their little problem with Lilith may have fallen right into their laps. All they have to do is find out who murdered their neighbor so they can pin Lilith's death on them, thus killing two old birds with one stone cold killer. With their plans sorted, Agnes and her geriatric gang spring into action. After all, everybody likes a good mystery. Besides, the more suspicion they can cast about, surely the less will land on them. To investigate, they will step out of their comfort zone into the not-so-idyllic village of Duck End and tangle with sinister bakers, broken stairlifts, inept criminals, the local authorities, and their own dark secrets. Sounds almost a little like Arsenic and Old Lace, but different, but definitely on trend. Seniors are definitely a very popular investigator right now. What Happened on Hicks Road by Hannah Jane. Definitely looked young adult, and it is. It's a young adult mystery thriller. When Sadie hits something in the road one night, she's determined to find out what or who jumped in front of her car, even if it kills her. Sadie Oliver is loving her new life in California. For the first time, she has friends and a normal teenage life filled with parties and pranks. But when one of those pranks goes horribly wrong, Sadie hits someone with her car on a dark, winding road, or at least she thinks she did. Though her friends are quick to convince her that they didn't see anything, Sadie can't shake the vision of the girl in the headlights. Bloody hair, wide, terrified eyes, lips parted in a scream. When she goes out to investigate, there's a slight dent in the car, but that's it. No body, no blood. Sadie wants to go to the police, but how can she? She shouldn't have been driving, and as her friends remind her, there's nothing to tell. But when a note that says, "Find me," is slipped through Sadie's window, she fears that she's either onto something big or slipping deeper into the illness that took her mother. That sounds a little freaky. I don't think it's my cup of tea. Spa wins every time. Hiking, exactly. I don't care if there's a spot at the end of it. Just go to the spot. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to this. This was the cozy mysteries. Hang on a second. Coffee's required. And we didn't quite finish up last week, I think. Coffee is required. Let's see what's coming up for. See, look at all these we're not able to get to. We'll get to them. We'll get to them. These are the ones. Oh my goodness. These are the ones that they're saying are coming out tomorrow. All right, so let's go back up here. These are the ones that they are saying come out today. That is, so many, particularly in certain genres like cozies, they're not holding to the traditional release day of Tuesdays because they are not being released necessarily through the main publishers. So, got to keep an eye every single day. All the better for us. So, Death 101, Extra Credit by Kelly Brackenhoff. This is under 200 pages. I like the cover. At Morton College, learning comes with a hefty price. The search committee tasked with hiring a new president is on the brink of chaos. A student production of The Three Musketeers devolves into a bloody sword fight. Join Cassandra Sato and the students in a Death 101 course as they put their detective skills to the test. Unraveling the tangled web of secrets and lies, they must act quickly as the college's very future hangs in the balance. Sounds cute. Little side note, I find it humorous that my dog Keo is such a teenager. He totally does not want to wake up Monday through Friday. But boy, on Saturdays and Sundays, he's in my face whimpering at 6:15, wanting to do the stroll. Book Club Murder in Kingfisher Falls. I've heard of this author. I don't think I've read any. By Philippa Nefri Clark. Second in series. Again, another pretty cover. So many motives. Who is the killer? Charlotte is finding her place in the peaceful town of Kingfisher Falls. Working in the bookshop with Rosie is a joy, as is their growing friendship. If only Senior Constable Sid Brown would get over his grudge against Rosie's son, Trev, and stop making a pest of himself, then life would be perfect. But the sudden death of one of the book club ladies lands Charlotte in the middle of an investigation. Was it an accident, or is something more sinister going on? A series of cryptic messages adds confusion about who knows what. Rosie is keeping secrets, the remaining book club ladies are pointing fingers at each other, and someone is following Charlotte's every move. Suspecting Sid might be behind the messages, Charlotte has to find the killer before the killer finds her. Murder in Tolland by David M. Hamlin. Very simple cover. How do you catch a killer in a small town where seemingly everyone has a motive to kill or to protect the killer? As a youngster, Demetrius Clark spent joyous summers in the small, quiet village of Tolland, Connecticut. Now a somewhat disillusioned Los Angeles mystery writer, Clark returns to Tolland to evaluate his life and his future. His arrival in the place he loves and cherishes coincides with the discovery that the community's most reviled resident, Ike Karras, a brash, arrogant, wealthy New Yorker whose values are entirely at odds with those of the village, has been murdered. Tolland's only law enforcement officer, Billy Williamson, is a rookie Connecticut state trooper. Bright, eager, and admittedly inexperienced, Williamson is determined to solve the crime even as he is intimidated by the gravity of the assignment. When the small town's grapevine alerts Williamson to the presence of a writer who specializes in mysteries, the young officer implores Clark to assist him. Reluctantly, Clark agrees, and the two men embark on the investigation in the face of a significant challenge. Most of the village's residents are content to be rid of the victim, and more than a few believe that Karras got exactly what he deserved. Will they catch the killers and return Tolland to bliss? Read and find out. All right, and these are the traditionally being released on Tuesday books, so more mainstream publisher. Wedding Bells Brew Murder by Carolyn Arnold, second in series. With all the guests of Sarah and Sean's wedding suspected of murder, her walk down the aisle will need to wait. Everything is going perfectly on the big day until Sarah opens the door of her bridal suite. Darlene Day, who made the wedding cake, falls into the room, a serving knife plunged into her back. As the organists start to play Here Comes the Bride, Sarah calls a pause to the proceedings. There's a murder to solve, and the motive may be in the icing. You can do it after the wedding, honey. Darlene wasn't the most loved person in the small town of Cotton Spring Falls, but rumor has it that she refused the offer of a big franchise to buy her bakery. Did they go so far as murder to put her out of business? And when it's discovered their wedding cake was poisoned, Sarah and Sean could have been the intended victims all along. Did Darlene stumble upon the killer's conspiracy and they silenced her before she could reveal their secrets? Is someone on the invitation list or the mysterious wedding crasher? As long as the coffee is hot and Sarah has Sean and her Beagle Magnum at her side, she isn't going down in a heap of tulle and lace. Still, you should have gone through with the wedding and then you can solve afterwards. That's just me. I'm laughing because Keo is waking up. Manic Witchy Dream Girl, book number 7 by Sarah Bourgeois. Get ready for a thrilling magical adventure across dimensions. When Daphne and her friends accidentally fall through a portal into an alternate reality, I hate it when their lives are turned upside down. Now they must navigate a strange new world that mirrors their own, solve a mysterious murder, and find a way back home. With danger around every corner, help from unexpected allies, and a dash of romance, Daphne and her crew take you on an exhilarating cross-dimensional ride you won't soon forget. Can they harness their own magic, outwit a deranged killer, and reunite with the people they love? Find out in this fantastical page turner that combines mystery, magic, and multiverse mayhem. If you're looking for a fun Halloween, not scary Halloween. Oh, another Mrs. Jeffries, book number 41. Good for her. I have not read this series. It is historical, and I've not read this series. I suppose when I do decide, that will last me a few years. Mrs. Jeffries Aims to Win by Emily Brightwell. Mrs. Jeffries must help Inspector Witherspoon crack a new case and catch a killer in this next installment of the beloved Victorian mystery series. Successful businessman Jeremy Marks wasn't highly regarded by any of the members of the West London Archery Club. Most of them considered him a buffoon and a bore. Double whammy. But everyone was stunned when the fellow was murdered during a lull in the club's annual archery competition. He'd been shot with arrows, more than one, from a longbow during a raging thunderstorm. But those who knew Marx well understood that the unkempt court jester persona adopted by the late unlamented man was as fake as the smile he wore. As Inspector Witherspoon investigates the murder, he discovers the victim had real enemies among the assembled archery contestants. Marx was notorious for not paying his bills, cheating vendors, bad-mouthing business rivals, and worst of all, betraying his business partners. The dead man had built a whole career and amassed quite a substantial fortune by harming those who trusted him. It will take Mrs. Jeffries and the inspector's household, as well as their friends, to sort out fact from fiction and target a killer. That sounds cute. One of these days. So many books. Person of Interest by Shirley Day. Doesn't necessarily look cozy. Kindle Unlimited, though. Person of Interest by Shirley Day. A money-making opportunity turns into a murder mystery for a real estate agent. In the suspenseful new tale from the author of Reap What You Sow. Real estate is a competitive business, and Kirsten likes to work the angles, so she keeps an eye on the obituaries and has a mortician notify her when a property is about to go on the market. The latest tip could lead to a big payoff. A famed child psychologist has died, and the stunning Milford estate on an idyllic island off Cornwall is about to become available. Kirsten makes sure to mingle among the bereaved and pass along her business card. However, when she witnesses an apparent blackmail attempt and a near-fatal accident, Kirsten decides it's time to leave. But with the local roads closed, she can't get away. As the body count rises, Kirsten finds she's a suspect as well as a potential victim. And if the killer isn't caught soon, someone might be writing Kirsten's obituary, ... Actually, that sounds very clever way of prolonging a series. She has a good reason to be coming across dead bodies. We'll stop there because the bell has rung. Mrs. Jeffries looks good. I read one of them 1,000 years ago. Yeah. Have a good day, Jen. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate it. Bye, she says. Okay. So we are done for today. That is the mysteries this week. We will do more of these cozy mysteries as we go through the week. Tomorrow we'll be hitting the romances and sci-fi fantasy, and then Wednesday's usually fiction, but we'll always be hitting more of these cozy mysteries because there's a ton of them. Change in our schedule this week. I was contacted by Sarah from the Bookish Knitter that Saturdays, her reading sprint day, is not working for her. She would like to spend time with her husband. So I agreed to not do Wednesday evenings so that she could do Wednesday evenings. So my reading sprints in the evening are now Tuesday and Thursday, and then I'll be doing Saturday afternoons. So every other day, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Same time, Tuesday and Thursdays at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. On Saturdays, it'll be 1 p.m. for at least 3 hours, maybe more. So we'll see how that goes. Tomorrow will be, our morning shows are still the same. Thanks so much. Hope to see you later. All righty. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good Monday. Do your best. Choose, make good choices, but mostly choose the positive rather than the negative. And hope you are reading good things. We will share that maybe on the sprints or maybe tomorrow. I apologize. We always run out of time. And as the banner says, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Thank you so much. Please hit like and subscribe and tell people. Have a good day.